We're talking about attachment styles, so attachment behavior styles. So attachment means the ways people form relationships, significant relationships or other relationships in their life, how close they get to people, how they act in relationships. That's what we're talking about by attachment styles. Some of these are things that we might act upon in some contexts and not other contexts that hurts us and hurts other people. But we don't want to act as if they're part of our identity. They're part of our very who we are. They're not. They're just actions that we take sometimes out of fear. There are 4 styles, and this comes from the theory of John Bowlby. So 4 attachment styles, and the first one is secure attachment. With secure attachment, you're feeling very secure. Fear does not get in the way of relationships. Insecurities are not there. You feel really secure. You feel like the other person likes you, and you act accordingly. Then there's avoidant attachment. That's also called dismissive avoidant. And this means that when you're afraid of getting too close because you're afraid of the person leaving you or rejecting you, you pull away. Or you're afraid of big feelings, or you're afraid of being intimate because you're afraid that people will see who you really are. That's usually under our consciousness. We're not really aware of us why we're doing that. We just know that we get scared and we pull away. We might not even use the word scared. We just maybe think we're uncomfortable, or we don't want this, or that feels weird, or that person's just in my face, or whatever it is. When you're feeling that fear, you pull back. The third one is anxious attachment. That's when you really try to get close. You're trying to get somebody to remind you or reassure you all the time that they love you, because you don't keep it. You don't hold on to it. You are so insecure about whether they love you and whether you're good enough for them that you need to keep hearing it. And so you want to be around them all the time. You want them to prove that you're worthy. And that is an anxious attachment style. We might do that sometimes. We might do that all the time. We might do that in some relationships and not other relationships. This is not an identity. This is a behavior that sometimes we use, and we could fix it. If we have awareness of it, we understand where it's from, we can fix it. And so watch my episode on avoidant attachment and watch my episode on anxious attachment to hear more about it. And then the 4th one is disorganized attachment, also called fearful attachment. And this is somebody who goes back and forth between the two, anxious attachment and avoidant attachment. Sometimes they're very insecure and want to be really close, and sometimes they pull away because they're afraid of getting rejection. So those are the 4 kinds of attachment: secure, avoidant attachment, anxious attachment, and disorganized. So if you want more from me, come on over to my website, jodiamen.com, where I have more articles and videos on how to love yourself, open your heart, and be in those relationships that you want to be in. I'll remind you that you are so much more than you think you are. Watch this next.